Welcome to episode 62 of Family Life Mornings, the morning radio show hosted by Steve, Therese, and Randy on Family Life, a network of stations across New York and Pennsylvania. Our podcast, some of the most memorable moments from the week.
Let's see. I could have an applesauce omelet.
Yum. The recipe, maybe, coming up.
A fun way to start the day and nothing to embarrass you in front of the kids. Family Life Mornings.
If your idea of roughing it is a 3-star hotel, I feel ya. But a lot of people this year are choosing camping because you can kind of control your accommodations.
Right. Makes sense.
And it's like you can go someplace. It's relatively cheap, and being outdoors appears to be safer than being in confined spaces. But maybe this is your first time, and maybe you've got kids. So here's some advice from experts, and I thought this was really, really wise. They said, do not overplan.
Okay.
If you're taking your kids, you don't have to take 100,000 things for them to do. It's good for kids to have a little bit of free time, especially in nature. They go, they explore, they learn, they make new friendships. They come to you 58 times an hour saying, I'm bored. You're going to love it. It's going to be great.
We hope the rest of your day is just as much fun as this.
Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy.
People are watching more television these days because they really can't go out and go anywhere to hang out because of the pandemic and all. Well, Josh Bart lives on the 3rd floor of an apartment complex, and the other day he noticed 3 siblings right outside his window, hanging out in his flower box.
Doesn't seem safe.
3, that's true. 3 eagle owls.
Oh, okay. That's better.
They are the biggest of the owl family. They get to be pretty big birds.
But
Hatchlings.
not like Big Bird.
Right.
Right.
They're hatchlings. He noticed them outside his window in the flower box, and he said they pretty much just sit there and stare at each other all day, except for when he turns on the TV. When the TV goes on, he said it's fascinating. The 3 owls all jump up, line up, jostling for position in front of the window so they can watch TV themselves. I think their favorite show is Whose Line Is It?
Oh, whose line is that? I thought they would like National Geographic Channel or the Animal Planet and that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
they
Duck
Sesame
Dynasty.
Street.
Duck Dynasty would be a good one.
Are you just starting your day? Well, so are we. It's Steve, Therese, and Randy on Family Life Mornings.
Probably have memorized already my saying. 30 days has September. August has more. Some of them are downright uncomfortable. You remember that one?
Downright uncomfortable. That was the part I was...
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you'll work on it. But
The
August-
rhyme kind of throws me a little.
Well, it does. You need to work on it a little bit. But August, also known, it gets so warm, downright uncomfortable. Also known as the what days of summer?
Dog.
Dog days.
Right. Are you serious? that's a little joke
because
in
the
there.
dog constellation.
Right. But do you know when the dog days actually start? Here's what I have to remind myself every year. Dog days of summer start when?
August 18th.
I have no clue.
See? July 3rd.
Oh.
July 3rd through August 15th. So the good news is we're almost through the dog days of summer. And then you can say, are you serious? And then get your friends. Okay, 30 days has September. August has more. Some of them are downright
Let me
uncomfortable.
write that down.
Jokes are rough.
Are you serious?
If you can't say it in front of your kids, you won't hear it on Family Life Mornings.
I know there's going to be exceptions to the statement I'm about to make next. However, I would think it's more of a general rule that moms are smarter about these kind of things than I'm about to say. So this is directed toward the single guys. All right, a lot of times. Okay, so there's exceptions to this, but again, single guys, listen up. You can make your food go longer, which is what you want to do as a kid. Like, for instance, milk. It will last past the expiration date. First, the smell test. That's the main thing. But if you stick it in the back of your refrigerator where it's colder, it'll last about 50% longer. So there's one tip. And again, moms know these kind of things. Applesauce, unopened or refrigerated, it'll last about 18 months past it's the expiration date if you keep it in a cool, dark spot in your pantry. All right?
Right.
And now eggs, single guys, maybe you don't know this. Moms probably do. The sink or swim test. You
Yeah.
get a bowl of water and you put the egg in it. If it sinks, it's still good.
Yep.
Swims, throw it out. There you go. So now, if you're like most single guys, like I was at one point, and you have some milk and you have applesauce and you have eggs and you go, let's see, I could have an applesauce omelet.
Yum.
If you stick around long enough, this will all start to make sense.
It's Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy.
Vacation time.
Yeah, what did you do on your summer vacation? Remember being a teenager and you'd get a job? Gene in Montrose chimed in on our Family Life Mornings Facebook page to say he did haying and fence fixing, working on the farm with his uncle. A lot of kids start out like that. Sharon worked at the Reg Lene in Jamestown, but the summer she worked there, it was being renovated, and so nobody was buying tickets. So she got paid to sit in the ticket office and read books all summer. Which is nice work if you can get it, right?
Exactly. Hey, who's this?
Patty from Erie.
All right, go ahead and tell us, Patty.
A friend of mine and I, we did dibbling. A dibbler is a thing you press down on a tray of dirt, and it puts tiny little holes there so you can put seeds in them. So we worked at a greenhouse and did dibbling.
Oh, you dabbled in dibbling.
Dibbling. I
Exactly.
like it. That's fun to say.
God gives us each new morning. We give you the encouragement to get through it. This is Family Life.
Ever be talking with someone and you're looking at them right in the eye and all of a sudden you just go blank? Can't even think of anything.
Yeah. I'm laughing because that happened to me when I was dating my wife. I remember I was saying something to her and I was just looking into those beautiful eyes and I totally lost my train of thought. Stopped right in the middle of it and she goes, "Yes." And I said, "I forgot what I was going to say."
It's interesting you say that because one of the first things we teach our kids is to, when you're talking with someone, look them in the eye. Right?
Yes.
We do that. Now, there's been studies that show that's a good thing. Unfortunately, many people do not do that. But the study shows that you actually sap brain power the more you stare. So it's okay.
Goodness, I don't want to look at
you don't
anybody
wanna
now.
look. So it's okay to look them in the eye, but if you do it consistently,
Right.
the studies show that their actual answers on these tests lowered when they kept on. So it's okay to look and then maybe look away and then come back. But what's interesting, at the very end of this study, they said, however, research has shown that maintaining eye contact all the time, 100% of the time, is the best way to snag a mate. It worked.
Oh.
Definitely don't want to look at anybody
It worked,
else.
Randy. It worked.
I'm good.
If it's too early for you to start thinking about real life, it's okay. You can hang out with us as long as you want.
This is Family Life Mornings.
Steve, Therese, Randy, and Brandon, as we're all set to play the Family Life match game here this morning. But we need a contestant to play. Where are you from? What's your name?
I live in Erie, PA, and my name is Bev.
Here we go. We're talking about Fred the farmer. Do you know Fred, by the way?
I think I've met him in passing.
Fred the farmer. He has a sweet tooth and a vivid imagination. Last night, he dreamed he grew a huge crop of blank. What do you say?
I think he grew candy corn.
Candy corn. Oh, that's a very clever.
That's a clever answer.
You're much better at this game, I think, than we are. Let's go, Randy. What do you say?
Well, I stayed with the alliteration. Fred the farmer grew fudge.
Brandon, or you want to jump in on this one?
You know, I thought along these lines, too. He's a farmer.
Right.
So he's got a sweet tooth.
Yes.
And I said candy corn.
Candy corn!
It goes perfectly with it. You know, it's corn, it's candy.
Yeah.
Therese, what did you put down?
Candy corn.
Oh,
Two.
I was close. I put candy bars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not close at all, but hey, congratulations.
Thanks
You
for trying.
are a winner. You matched the two smartest people in the room.
Hallelujah.
You're one of the few winners ever of the family
Right, yeah. Let alone two. Yeah.
They're here to wake you up, pick you up, and lift you up. Steve, Therese, and Randy on Family Life. A friend you can turn
If
to.
you're in your car, you looked at it. You probably looked at it again just then. And 20 years from now, it probably won't even be in your car. Something you look at every few seconds. It's the rear view mirror.
Really?
Yeah, they say that with camera technology, you won't look at the mirror. You'll just have a screen, and it'll show you what's behind you, what's beside you. I mean, if they really want to do this technology right, though, they'll also be able to show me what's in the back seats, who's touching who's breathing whose air, who looked my way. I mean, I want to see it all.
When you wake up with Family Life, you get the encouragement you need to start the day.
Hey, yeah, they got a challenge going on. Got Milk, a new challenge going on. You have to do something amazing while holding a glass of milk. And Olympic swimmer Katie Ledecky has set the bar kind of high. She's done in my opinion, three things that seem almost impossible, at least to me. Number one, swim an entire length of a swimming pool. 2, do it while holding a cup of milk on your head. 3, don't drop one drop of milk. And she did all those things. That's quite a bar. I say there's a fourth thing that seems impossible to me. After 4 months of COVID, I'm not sure if I want to put on my bathing suit and get a videotape.
Family Life Mornings with Steve, Therese, and Randy. Thanks for making us part of your day. We're a friend you can turn to.
I'm not sure if I know the story. When you proposed to Audrey, was it just simple, like, here's a ring, do you want to get married kind of thing? Or did you have like a big proposal?
I had a big proposal. I got special gifts and got down on my... We joke about it these days where it's like we both, because we had a history, we went way back to like middle school. And then so when it finally happened in our 30s, it's like we were both bawling our eyes out. And so I asked a question, and I actually never heard her say yes.
I think we assume that she did say yes. This guy, though, now he planned this proposal for weeks. It took him 4 hours to set the whole thing up. Wow. And then he ended up being just as surprised as she was. Albert filled the living room with 100 candles that spelled out, "Marry me." He lit them, and then he went to go pick up Vale at work. And when they got back, there were fire trucks.
Whoops.
And smoke. So with the lights flashing and the sirens wailing, he got down on one knee on the sidewalk, and she said yes. I'm thinking, if you will forgive that man and say yes in that moment, you're going to get through everything that could pop up in your marriage, right?
Because 3 hosts are better than 1, or 2 for that matter. This is Family Life, and we are a friend you can turn to.
Well, you might have noticed a little extra hair in the shower drain. If you have, not alone, a lot of doctors say a lot of their patients are calling in going, what is going on? It turns out it is stress, which is pretty common during things like a pandemic, and that can cause you to have hair loss. Now, the thing is, your body kind of responds to stress in cycles, so it'll be like a 3-month period of loss. And then after that, if the stress kind of starts to go away, your hair will start to grow back in. So they think it's just a temporary thing. Don't be alarmed if you're losing some.
Good. It's going to grow back in?
For most people. For most people, it'll grow back.
I was getting excited there for a minute.
Thanks for making us a part of your day. We're a friend you can turn to. Family Life.